Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Makar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings be unto the hopeful elect, pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe, in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days. All right, this is the Bobby Yakanan from the GMS England branch, and 2024 is going to be a very important and huge year in regards to the closure of the physical banking system. All right, and not only in the UK and Australia, all right, because I know there's always a lot of articles and news concerning UK bank closures and Australian bank closures. I believe you have NAB Bank in Australia. They too are closing down a large majority of their physical banking system. But this is something that's going to be pretty much worldwide. All right, you're going to continue to see the physical banking element, all right, of the system being done away with and moving online, moving to a more digital platform. All right, and also you have the doing away with physical and tangible cash. All right, and this is all to usher in the New World Order system, which is the beast system, all right, concerning the mark, all right, the Revelations 13 and verse 16, okay? The CHIP is coming, all right? And this is the foundation that's being laid in order to have that system flourish and prosper throughout the four corners of the globe, okay? So as it says here, full list of bank closures happening in 2024, including Lloyds, Barclays, and NatWest. All right, now it says here, data from Consumer Champion, which shows 5,791 branches have shut for good since January 2015. And there are 189 more closures scheduled for 2024. All right, now that actually in reality is a huge number. All right, 189 branches spread throughout the UK is a huge number, because per branch, all right, you have thousands of customers that might be a part of that one branch. So now when you get rid of even one branch in a particular village or location in the UK, all right, it creates a major problem, because then you have the elderly in that area that all of a sudden have to find different means and different ways to access their their cash, their physical and tangible cash. And that's why the conversation always comes up as to what the elderly are going to do, okay? Because they're not apt to technology and online banking and so on and so forth, okay? Now it says here, banks and building societies are disappearing from UK high streets, and also the cash machines too, the ATMs, with major lenders blaming the rise of online banking for the mass closures, which that's not the reason, all right, why there's mass closures happening. It's not just because of the element of online banking, okay? It's because they are phasing out the old system and they're bringing in the new digital system, okay? This is something that has been planned by the elites of Esau Edom. And more importantly, this is the intent and the agenda ultimately of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, to manifest that CHIP upon the earth, okay? Now it says data from Consumer Champion, which shows 5,791 branches have shut for good since January 2015 at a rate of around 54 each month. But charities and organizations have raised fears that too many bank closures risk leaving the elderly and vulnerable without access to vital cash services. All right. Now it says here, There are already 189 bank closures scheduled for 2024. This includes 60 already announced by Lloyds, while Halifax will shut 47 branches and 34 from Barclays will go. Bank of Scotland is closing 16 sites. NatWest will shut 21. Ulster Bank will close 10 locations, and Royal Bank of Scotland will shut 1. All right, so that is a huge number in total of all of these banks, all right, that are closing, their physical branches, all right? And them doing it all at the same time, simultaneously, what does that show you? That shows you that they have one intent and one mind in order to push the same agenda, and that's to get rid of cash and to have a fully digital system, all right? But eventually it's going to work, all right, with the CHIP, the MOTB, the Revelations 13 and 16, okay? Now, if you can't see this, then Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai ain't dealing with you, man, okay? Because things are moving in the way of biblical prophecy, all right? We've listed all the 2024 closures scheduled so far below. If your local branch is closing, you can do some basic cash or counter services at your nearest post office, which they've been giving the post office, all right, more power in regards to, you withdrawing, with your debit card, so on and so forth, all right? But that's just a front, all right? Because you got many people, they don't go to the bank no more because there is no bank close to them, so they go to the post office. But what they don't tell you is that even the post offices are struggling to stay open. That's another thing that's going to be phased out of the system, the post office, okay? So everything is changing, all right? Everything is changing, man. All right, and you can't do everything, you can do in a post office that you would be able to do in a bank. All right, that's another thing. So it says here, if your local branch is closing, you can do some basic cash or counter services at your nearest post office. Yeah, basic. All right, meaning it's limited because it's not an actual bank. For example, if you need to pay in cash and checks, make withdrawals, or check your balance. All right. Now it says here, most major banks also now run pop-up branches or vans. All right, so they've actually started making, mini banks inside of a portable van. You telling me that that's not phasing something out? All right, if you're operating a bank from a van, that's something that's going to be no more in a few years, man. All right, if we're still here. But you'll need to check online to see when one is due to visit your town. So you got to wait for a van, all right, a pop-up van to visit your town so you can use a banking facility. Come on, man, all right? This is beautiful. The system is changing. More banking hubs are also due to open across the UK. These are where banks use a shared space on the high street, with each lender taking it in turns to occupy the space each day. So how long do you think that's going to be happening for, all right? They're they're conditioning you to get used to not having a bank, not having a building that you can visit to conduct your banking business. Okay? All right, now as soon as you start using those additional lesser facilities, all right, these vans and these pop-up shops, all right, you're already accustomed to the process. All right, now the next move they're going to do is get rid of those. All right, and then everything is going to be online. Okay? And here's a list right here. Let me try and X out that. Here's a list right here of all of the branches that are closing, all right? And as you can see, they all have a date in 2024, all right? So 2024 is a special year for the banking system, all right? For getting rid of the physical counterpart of the banking system. Now, this is the Bank of Scotland. Look at all of these addresses, man. All right, look at all of these dates. These are all dotted in 2024. All right, that's the Bank of Scotland. Now, the next one is Barclays, 2024, 2024. This is all 2024, man. All right, what's the next one? Halifax. All of these dates are scheduled for 2024. All right, so 2024 is a special year for the banking system. All right, in regards to getting rid of physical and tangible cash, and getting rid of the physical access that you can have to a physical bank building, NatWest. These are all dates in 2024, man. All right? Kol Haloyim La Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Wakar Kodash. All right? So let's get a few scriptures and then we'll close out. Let's get 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. And it reads, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." All right. And in the NLT, it says, "So that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes." All right. So if you are in the know, all right, you're in this truth, and you have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you're illuminated, you already know what's going on. All right. You know the wicked intent of the elites and what they're trying to do. They're phasing out physical cash, and they're giving you a digital system, okay? And then they're going to usher in the MOTB, all right, the Revelations 13 and 16. That's what's happening. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right, we know the evil schemes of the wicked elites on the left-hand side, okay? Because we have this truth, okay? We have the light, all right? So that Satan will not outsmart us, all right? The elect are not getting outsmarted by the wicked elites on the left-hand side. We're reporting, all right, on what they're doing as they're doing it in real time. All right? We're warning you, okay? Because that's what the Lord has told us to do. The Lord has told us to send out that warning, all right, so you would know what's happening in these last days, all right? The Lord is speaking via the way of his prophets, all right, which are the mouthpiece, all right? So that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil scheme. All right, that's an evil scheme. All right, you making it to the point where, you know, there's no physical and tangible place where you can go get your money. That is evil. Okay, and going into Isaiah 10, let's get that right quick. Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1: "Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed," man. That's an unrighteous decree. Okay, that's an unjust law. Okay, you're getting rid of the banking system. All right, and a lot of these things are going to become law and are going to become policy. Okay, because you have no choice but to follow the system, you know, wherever it goes. Okay, but if you're of the elect, all right, if you're of the elect of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, as the scriptures say, the elect are going to have victory over the beast, over his image, and over the mark. Okay, so to the point, all right, where you have to get you know, pierced, okay, and to the point where you have to get that CHIP, all right, we're not going down that road. Lord willing, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that's the cutoff point. Now the digital system, yeah, you'll have to use that digital system. We're using it now. Okay, you use a credit or debit card, you use your Apple Pay, Google Pay, so on and so forth. That's you utilizing the digital system. But when it gets to the point, all right, of piercing it inside of your body, okay, that's where the cutoff point is. All right, we are not to do that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, that's the cutoff point right there, man. That's when we going, you know, completely sever, you know, ourselves from this beast system. Okay, from the workings, you know, of this system, of this world, man. That is the cutoff point, man. All right, and that cutoff point is looming. It's coming real soon, man. Okay. So again, woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. Okay? So these are unfair laws. These are unfair practices that they're injecting in society, all right, to eventually bring about complete, you know, subjection of the people and put you in a serf state, all right? You'll be a complete slave to Esau, Edom, and the system, all right? So I'm going to cut it off there. Lord willing, you know, this brief lesson was edifying. And until the next time, I'll say shalom.